Happy World Book Day! In this video, you will find links to authors reading their own books aloud. It might be nice to have a break, to sit back and be whisked away on an adventure, or perhaps to another time and place. Once you see a book that you think you would like, pause the video and follow the link or the QR code to enjoy the story. The first book we have here is Floodland by Marcus Sedgwick, and here, following this link or QR code, you can listen to the book in full. This book has won the Brantford Boase Award in 2001. It's a powerful novel about surviving in a sinking world and marks the beginning of the author's multi-award winning career. So this is the plot of it, see if you like it. Imagine that a few years from now, England is covered by water and Norwich is an island. Zoe, left behind in the confusion when her parents escaped, survives there as best she can. Alone and desperate among marauding gangs, she manages to dig a derelict boat out of the mud and gets away to Eels Island. But Eels Island, whose raggle-taggle inhabitants are dominated by the strange boy Doobie, and is full of danger too. The belief that she will one day find her parents spurs Zoe on to a dramatic escape in a story of courage and determination that is handled with warmth and humanity. So if you fancy listening to that book, you can click on the link or follow the QR code. This book is Indigo Island by Susan Moore. This is a series of books, and this one particular is the third riveting story about orphan heiress Nat Walker and her robot dragon Fizz. Nat has faithfully followed the clues her father has left her from beyond the grave, and she is closing in on the prize. Soon all will become clear and her future path determined. But it will be a dangerous one, and not for the faint-hearted. This is a page-turning story that brilliantly combines action and adventure with a search for family and knowledge. So if you fancy giving that one a go, follow the link or copy the QR code. This is Alienated by Jeff Norton. Now, I don't think Ponty High is strange, but if you ever felt our school was strange or feel like you don't quite fit in, 14-year-old Sherman Capote is an Air Force brat used to move in schools. But he's never been to a place like Broom Lake High, the high school for aliens at Area 51. It's a totally alien environment filled with cliques and bullies, but he makes friends with a gang of galactic misfits. Octo, quick-witted ventilant, that's a 20-tentacled octopus, I've been told. Houston, a moody robot. Sonia, a rebellious lizard. And Juliet, an omnipotent goddess. But when the school bully Ned initiates a war of the worlds, Sherman and his new friends must set aside homework, first crushes and high school proms in order to save the world. So if you like the sound of Alienated, please follow the link or take a snap of the QR code. The Murder Most Unladylike by Robin Stevens is a series of books, okay? When Daisy Wells and Hazel Wong set up a secret detective agency at Deep Dean School for Girls, they can't find a truly exciting mystery to investigate. Unless you count the case of Lavinia's missing tie, which they don't. Then Hazel discovers the body of the science mistress, Miss Bell. But when she and Daisy return 5 minutes later, the body has disappeared. Now the girls have to solve a murder and prove a murder happened in the first place before the killer strikes again, and before the police get there first, naturally. But will they succeed, and can their friendship stand the test? So if you like the look of that, there is an extract of this one if you follow the link to YouTube or to click on the QR code. In an attempt to find his missing father, Artemis Fowl, a 12-year-old criminal prodigy, comes across the secret world of fairies. Soon he ends up in a deadly battle with the powerful fairies. So you might have seen this has recently been made into a movie by Disney as well. So if you like the look of this one and fancy listening and sitting back to listen to an extract, please follow the link or take a snap of the QR code. So, Kid Normal. This is written by Radio 1 DJ Greg James. Okay, and this is for fans of sort of Stuart Gibbs. It should appeal to readers who enjoy Wimpy Kids series and Captain Underpants. So, when Murph Cooper begins his new school several weeks into the year, he can't help but feel a little bit out of his depth. And it's not because he's worried about where to sit, making friends and fitting in. It's because his mum has accidentally enrolled him at a school for superheroes. And unlike his fellow students who can control the weather or fly or conjure tiny horses from thin air, Murph has no special abilities whatsoever. But Murph's totally normal abilities might be just what the world needs. Because not far away is a great big bad guy who is half man and half wasp, and his mind is abuzz with evil plans. And when he comes after the brightest and the best, it's up to Murph to be the real hero. So if you like the look at that one, please follow the link or take a picture of the QR code. A Pocket Full of Stars. Sophia and her mum have never seen eye to eye. Her mum doesn't understand Sophia's love of gaming, and Sophia doesn't think they have anything in common. As Sophia struggles to fit in at school, she wonders if her mum wishes she was more like her confident best friend, Elle. But then her mum falls into a coma, and when Sophia waits by her bedside, she finds herself in a strange and magical world that looks a little bit like one of her games. And there's a rebellious teenage girl with a secret who looks suspiciously familiar. So, if you fancy finding out more about A Pocket Full of Stars by Aisha Bushby, please follow the link or take a picture with the QR code. Orphans of the Tide by Struan Murray. The city was built on a sharp mountain that jutted improbably from the sea, and the sea kept trying to claim it back. That grey morning, once the tide had retreated, a whale was found on a rooftop. When a mysterious boy washes in with the tide, the citizens believe he's the enemy, the god who drowned the world, come again to cause untold chaos. Only Ellie, a fearless young inventor living in a workshop crammed with curiosities, believes he's innocent. But the enemy can take possession of any human body, and the ruthless Inquisition are determined to destroy it forever. To save the boy, Ellie must prove who he really is, even if that means revealing her own dangerous secret. So, if that sort of fantasy story is something that you'd like to learn more of and you're a fan of books like His Dark Materials, then please click on the link or follow the QR code. The Girl of Ink and Stars. Forbidden to leave her island, Isabella dreams of the faraway lands her cartographer father once mapped. When her friend disappears, she volunteers to guide the search. The world beyond the walls is a monster-filled wasteland, and beneath the dry rivers and smoking mountains, a fire demon is stirring from its sleep. Soon, following her map, her heart and ancient myth, Isabella discovers the true end of her journey, to save the island herself. So if you think that sounds intriguing, please follow the link or click on the QR code. David Walliams has a different book or a different story read out at 11 o'clock every day on this website. They're up there for 24 hours. You don't have to listen at 11 o'clock. And this week they're from The World's Worst Children, and each story is picked out at random. So if you like the look at that, you can follow the link there or the QR code. And if you do like the David Walliams' reading, if you click on this link, the Catchup Stories from the previous week are there for you to all listen to, so you can follow the link or scan the QR code. Also, on Friday the 5th of March at 10:30 a.m, there is a workshop run by World Book Day called Books in the Real World. Okay, so if you like the look at that, if you're interested in it, then you can follow that link there to the events on the World Book Day website or take a picture with the QR code. We hope you found something that spurs your interest there. Please sit back, listen, and enjoy.